Hello, hello, my lovely Leos, and welcome to Soulsake Tarot. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be doing your general read for the upcoming week of January 2021. I'm just happy that it's 2021 now and it's not 2020 anymore, because fuck 2020. Yeah? Alright, let's see what we have going on here. Sorry, my hair everywhere. For the upcoming week for my Leos. The storm. Yay. The mystic. The offering, apocalypse, the tear, the temple. What the fuck is happening here? Okay, well, guess we'll find out, huh? I mean, you guys had the Mystic and the Temple in your monthly read. And you did have the Warrior as well. Okay, so I feel like we're going to start with the storm. It seems like you guys are going to have a little bit of a bumpy road this upcoming week. And that it's probably going to be upsetting. You know, you've got the tear and the storm. Because something's going to be coming to an end. So I guess you're going to be upset about it. And then I want to say from there, we're going to go to the Mystic. And, you know, just again, that idea of like following your intuition. And, you know, like, honestly, Leo, I feel like you guys are, I mean, those seem like really bad cards, like the storm, the apocalypse, the tear. But I kind of get the feeling that it's like a short-lived thing. If for no other reason than that you've got the offering in the temple. And so it's just that idea of, I mean, the temple is, you know, like, what have you been paying all of your attention to? Like, what is it that you've been focused on that's been distracting you from what it is that you're, like, actually trying to do? And refocusing your attention. And I almost feel like whatever this is that is, like, ending and, like, sad faces is like this readjustment of attention for your point of focus. And the offering, I mean, I'm not sure about that one, because some of my Leos could be getting ready to move. So let's see what's happening here. For my Leos. Okay, let's get some clarifiers for the storm and the tear and the apocalypse. What's happening over here for my Leos? Some endings. The Tower and Five of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, that's some shit just ending and over, you know? I mean, I don't know. You know, I kind of just want to say, Leo, that, I mean, we've been coming out of just like a lot of change, a lot of I feel like for a lot of my Leos, it's just kind of like been this idea of misplacement. Like you've been just like feeling really misplaced in everything. And before you can like sincerely move forward into, an arena where you no longer feel misplaced, you have to walk away from the one where you do feel misplaced. And so I just kind of get the idea that, here in this upcoming week, you guys are going to be, I don't know if you're going to be having like a fight with somebody or, like how that's going to play out. But whatever it is, it's really just going to kind of bring this like serious ending. I mean, the tower and the apocalypse, it's like there's literally no returning from that. I want to say you're completely walking away from something that was holding your attention and keeping you from moving forward in a sincere way. Because it seems like what you're going to be doing is, then soon thereafter just moving in a different direction completely. Can we get anything else for the tear, the storm, and the apocalypse? The Emperor and the Star. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, like in all sincerity, Leo, I kind of get the feeling that you're making a decision, to move toward, finding your way toward becoming who you want to be. Is what I want to say. Like you're figuring it out, and whatever this is over here that's like ending is like, I think you're a little bit sad about it. You're disappointed because I'm guessing you were invested in it slightly, like maybe a little bit, because otherwise why would you give a fuck? But it seems like you do give a fuck, so you're sad about it, but like also very decided in the fact that you have, I want to say, like bigger and better things on the horizon. Like you've got all of life ahead of you and you're trying to live it, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think you're like really holding on to this ending for long. I mean, the storm card really to me kind of indicates this, like I think of like a thunderstorm that like all of a sudden it's a torrential downpour, and then the next day like the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day, like that's kind of the vibe that I have with that. And then for the mystic, the offering, and the temple, let's see if we can get anything for that. What's going on over on this side of the reading? The Eight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So, I mean, sadness. I guess you guys are going to have kind of a sad week next week, which is a sad face. But, it's just a week. You have the Queen of Swords here, which is just like no bullshit. She's just like clearing out all of the things that aren't necessary. And the Knight of Wands, which is just kind of like setting off with a message. And I kind of feel like you guys are the ones who have this message that's coming in. The offering here. So I think you're just going to kind of be getting like this renewed sense of direction, or a confirmed sense of direction, of like, okay, now that I know exactly where I'm going, I can cut away with all the things that I like that aren't going to be going with, And, again, I think that whatever decision it is that you're making, it's you're like sad faced decision, but like also one that's very decided upon, like it's like deciding to walk away, deciding that, like this is the sincere end and it's time to move towards something different. And you're following your intuition. And I want to say accepting an offer. Oof, gracious. Yeah, because I feel like you're getting swept up in, in this change of fortune that you're experiencing because you're moving away from it all. Like it's just, I think maybe that's why it feels like you're just kind of like, you're like really sad about this, but like also you're like really busy being excited about this. So it's hard to be sad consistently, you're just like, sorry, can't be sad right now. I'm too happy, like, but I mean, I think whatever this is that you're sad about. I mean, especially if you guys are moving and you've made friends and you've, like you've built community and you've done all of these things, like of course you're going to be sad to walk away from it. And yet, it seems like the apocalypse and the storm, that it's like, it really, like it didn't fit you anyways in the end, like you were happy. I feel like one of your reads, there was this idea of like, it's not necessarily what I would have chosen for myself, and yet I'm doing it wholeheartedly and loving and enjoying all of these experiences because, why would I want to have any kind of memories that aren't happy memories full of, like fun and laughter? And so, there's an element of like being upset about it, but like almost just as quickly being really, really swept up in the excitement of like moving on from it all because, your fortune has changed, and you're being given this offering. And I want to say, there's a lot of movement here. The Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands, these are, or maybe there's six. I can never fucking tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's six. Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. I mean, and it's just that idea, like you're moving away from it all. And so, like while it's disappointing, you're like setting out, refocusing your attention on what it is that's really going to, I want to say, like move you in the direction that you need to go. Leo's, you have a goal and you have something in mind that you have been sitting on for months, if not years, you know what I mean? And a lot of the problems that you've had in like working towards that have been, financial. And it seems like you're making moves toward getting where you need to be to really achieve what it is that you see yourself doing. That's obnoxious. But anyways, it's that idea. That's kind of the vibe that I get. I don't know, nothing else coming out. Let's see if we can get anything from the Arctic. One last card for my Leos. So, I mean, I guess, like, the moral of this story is, like, don't let yourself get too swept up in all of this, like, drama that's going to be starting your week out because, it's not going to be a very, it's the length of the storm, you know what I mean? And it's not going to be that long of a storm. And the underworld popped out. But I feel like, really and truly, it's just that, like, you might feel just, like, weighted by it all. but that's not where you're going to stay. You're moving toward an offering that is going to quite possibly just kind of be like different than how you had anticipated it. I feel like maybe there's like an element of surprise to this offering that you're receiving, like especially with the Wheel of Fortune. I think that it could be that you guys think you're doing one thing, and then the next thing you know, you're like from here to here, and you're just like, whoa, like I didn't see that coming, or however that plays out. But it does seem like there's just going to be kind of this element of surprise coming in on a week where you're otherwise feeling just like exhausted with everything and everyone. And yeah, all good things. I don't know. I hope this resonates for y'all and that you have a fantastic week. And yeah, I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.